You're the way you are, my great-grandfather decided this scabbard was the perfect relic for you.
What do you think?
Does his gift not satisfy you?
Of course it does. Ach did a wonderful job. None of the other masters have something this powerful.
What's wrong with it then?
Given how perfectly the ancient relic is connected to it, the heroic spirit, the one we're after, will surely respond to the summons. The King of Knights, Arthur Pendragon. My own compatibility with him is a secondary concern.
But Arthur, the wielder of Excalibur, is sure to be the strongest saber-class servant the Grail Wars have ever seen.
That's true. I'll have a servant far stronger than any other in the battle. The question is, how best to use that power? How to make it work for us? To be honest, in terms of ease of use, caster or assassin would be far better suited to the way I usually fight.
What good will it do to worry about that before you've even summoned him? After all, we don't know what the King of Knights was like. And besides, no matter what your strategy is, once he learns of your ideals, of your dream, he'll understand. I know he will. Just like I did. What is it?
I've found my strategy, the way to get the best use. From the strongest servant fighting in the battle.
Hello, Rean.
Oh, hello, Kirei.
Heading out? That's some heavy luggage you have there.
That's right. I have to go live with the Zenjo family for a while. You're staying to fight alongside my father in a coming war, aren't you?
That's why I'm here as his student, to help him and to learn from him.
Kirei, can I depend on you?
Huh?
Will you promise to protect my father to the end? Will you promise to keep him safe?
I'm sorry, but that's impossible. If this battle were going to be simple enough that I could honestly make that promise, we wouldn't have to send you or your mother away from here to keep you safe and sound.
I guess that means I just can't like you no matter what.
Rean, you shouldn't just blurt out what you're really thinking like that. People might start to cast aspersions on your father. He is the man who's educating you, after all.
My father has nothing to do with it! Listen, Kirei. If you somehow get sloppy and because of that my father gets hurt or worse, I'll show you no mercy, got it?
Rean, what are you doing out there? How come you're yelling at him?
Well, you see...
Oh, she was just giving me a bit of encouragement before we said goodbye, ma'am. Rean, allow me. That big suitcase is far too heavy for you to carry alone.
No, thank you. I'll carry it myself.
Kirei, do your best to take care of my husband. Please help him to achieve his desire.
I will do my best. Please don't worry. Excuse me.
You've arrived at a very opportune time. The relic I made arrangements for finally arrived this morning. Have a look.
What is it?
A fossil of the very first skin shed by a snake on this world. If we use it as a catalyst and are lucky enough to summon the heroic spirit that we're after, total victory is as good as ours.
Hey, Sakura. Did I startle you?
Yeah, your face is...
I know. Seems I lost a little bit of it to the worms that are inside me. I guess I'm just not quite as tough as you are.
Uncle Karia, you're turning into a different person, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I don't have to go to the worm pit again tonight. Grandfather said there will be a more important ceremony that I have to attend.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to the basement tonight, instead of you.
Uncle Karia, are you going somewhere far away?
Well, I have an important job that I need to do for a while. might not have much time to talk to you then. At least until I get back.
I see.
Hey, Sakura. When my job is finally over, you want to go somewhere and just have fun? With your mom and your sister, too.
I don't have anyone I can call mom or sister. Grandfather said that I should just think of them like they never existed.
I see.
Uncle?
All right then. When this is all over, let's take Aoi and Rin from the Tosakas and go somewhere as far away from this place as we can get. We can hang out and have fun, like we used to.
Does that mean I'll see them again?
Yeah, you will. You have my word on that. All right. I have to get going now.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye, Uncle Karia. Bye-bye.
I assume you've memorized the summoning spell correctly?
Sure.
Very well. But I'm going to have to add 2 extra lines to the basic incantation.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's really quite simple, Karia. Because of your short time in training, your rank as a mage is somewhat lower than that of the other masters that the Grail has summoned. That will affect the servant's base abilities. This means we have to boost the servant's parameters by attempting to modify the servant's class as much as possible. Karia, to that end, I want you to add the affinity Insanity to the servant you summoned today.
Fill, 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 fill. Repeat 5 times. But when each is filled, destroy it.
For the elements silver and iron, the foundation stone and the Archduke of Pax, and for my great master, Schweinorg, raise a wall against the wind and close the gates of 4 directions. Come forth from the crown and follow the forked road leading to the kingdom.
Is a simple ritual like this really enough to summon a heroic spirit?
Surprisingly, yes. You see, the summoning ritual doesn't require a big, elaborate evocation. The actual summoning is performed by the Grail itself. My job as a master is to firmly anchor the heroic spirit in this world, and to supply it with enough mana to take physical form. That should do it. Airi, put the relic on the altar. That is the final step.
Heed my words. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail's call, and obey my will and reason, then answer my summoning!
I hereby swear that I shall be all the good in the world, that I shall defeat all evil in the world.
Then let thine eyes be clouded with the fog of turmoil and chaos. Thou, who art trapped in a cage of madness, and I, the summoner, who holds thy chains!
7th heaven clad in the great words of power! Come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of scales!
Behold him, Kirei. We have won the battle.
Victory is ours!
Impossible.
I ask you. Are you worthy to be my master?